and back pain. So when I say spinal pain, I mean we cover everything from your neck to your mid back to your lower back, right down to your tailbone, right? So your whole spine. And movement can avoid these pains. Now, before I go further, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Swati. I'm an executive mom's power coach. So basically, I help executive moms, so moms who are also executives, um, I help them from everything in between a weak pelvic floor to a poor posture. So I help them work towards a power posture. So, moving on. Oh, yeah, before we move on, if you are watching me anywhere except the YouTubes and you like what I'm talking about, you can go over to my channel on YouTube and then like and subscribe for to know the next few videos whenever next videos whenever I come on live here. Alrighty, so going back to our topic of how can movement avoid spinal pain. Now, let me just tell you a very quick, well, not story, but a very quickly about what happened to me in December. I was traveling, and because of the pandemic, we hadn't traveled, done any international traveling for about 2 years. So I was traveling with my family, with my kids and husband, and in the flight, it was about 7 hours plus flight to Australia, and I was sitting there happily reading my book. And I talk about movement all the time, but I think there was this stretch of time when I didn't move around a lot. Like, when you just in your mask and you walk into a flight and you're thinking, I need to sanitize my hands, and this little hoo ha about the virus. And I didn't move around in the plane like I usually do. And I could feel the effects when I got off the flight there. And I was thinking, wow, this is something I talk about with my people all the time: movement, posture, etc. So I had a good posture, I could maintain it through the flight, but I didn't move around a lot in the first 2 to 3 hours. And so I just thought I'll come on here and talk to you about how can movement help. This is a generic topic, so this is applicable whether you are somebody who sits in a at a desk in a chair 9 to 5, or if you're a mom running after your active toddlers, but then in the night you just sit down when the kids are asleep and you're watching Netflix, or if you're an athlete, or even if you're wheelchair bound, you can still do a few movements to help you avoid those spinal pains. All right. So, what happens if you don't move? Basically, what happens is your body gradually collapses under the strains that comes from the lack of movement. This leads to a poor posture. When you are in a poor posture, your joints are not aligned in a neutral position. What that does is basically the joint cannot completely relax. The muscles that surround the joint are not in the optimal length, so they are not relaxed. Now, these muscles, when they're not relaxed, they will be stressed and they can go under that muscle strain or muscle spasm. So, basically, the muscles are, suppose this is the normal length of your muscle, right? So suppose they are in a shortened position. If I am looking down all the time, these muscles in the front of my neck are always in a shortened position, and the ones at the back of my neck are always in a stretched position. So obviously you're going to gradually develop pain and discomfort. Now, this is probably not going to happen in a day, and if you've been doing it for a few weeks, months, or years, you will have that pain and discomfort, which sort of gets in the way when you're trying to look up and sit in a good posture, and then you go, oh, I think the good posture doesn't suit me, or I get pains and aches when I get into a good posture. Anyway, that's a topic for another day. But what I was saying is, gradually those poor postures will lead to pains and discomfort, aches and pains. And if you have a pre existing condition, these compressive forces that come on your spine because of your prolonged sitting or your prolonged standing, what happens is your spine starts to uh, gradually give into those compressive forces. So if you look at research, it is interesting. I was reading this somewhere. I can't remember the name of it right now, but I was reading this somewhere where it says if your spine is, suppose you're sitting for more than 20 minutes. Now, this is for sitting, but I think it's applicable to standing as well. If you're in a static posture for more than 20 minutes, the discs in your spine start to feel that strain. Now, imagine if you already have a disc issue, or you already have a spinal issue going on there, or even if you have a muscle spasm or a strain in that area. And then on top of that, you have these compressive forces coming around. You can see how much strain your spine is going to go through, right? And obviously, if you have pre-existing conditions, your recovery is going to be longer then. So one big tip that I want you to take away from this video is that if you are sitting, if you have a job, or if you have a commitment where you have to sit for a prolonged period of time or stand for a prolonged period of time, you are in a static posture for a long period of time, try and move every 15 to 20 minutes. If not 20 minutes, at least 20 to 30 minutes. Now, you might say, oh, I'm busy from my work, or I'm at my desk, I cannot stand up and do, like walk around or go get a cup of tea or a glass of water or something. It's all right. Doesn't matter. I'm going to, what I've done is I have made a video where I show you desk exercises. So those are called the easy desk exercises, as I call them. So basically, something as simple as, just rotate your head from one side to another, or tilt your neck from one side to another. How do you go about it in a sequence? So the total duration of the exercises that I show you is about 2 to 3 minutes. And obviously, you can make it longer, you can cut down on it, and you can sort of tweak those exercises around as per your time constraints. So what I'll do is I'll leave a link in the description below for the video. It's on YouTube. For the video that shows you the easy desk exercises. There are a lot of them going around on the internet. However, I did not find a consolidated version which is under 2 to 3 minutes. So I thought I'll make that video for you. So for those of you who are watching me on Instagram, you can go over to my bio and then check out my YouTube channel from there. You can see the quick and easy desk exercises to help you avoid spinal pain. So yeah, that's all I had for you guys today. So if you are sitting for a long time, if you're standing for a long time, if you've got a standing desk and you think that's good enough, no, you do need to sit down in between. You do need to get out of that static standing posture as well. So please keep moving every 15 to 20 minutes. If it's not possible, every 20 to 30 minutes, but do move. Do not try and sit for a prolonged period of time or stand for a prolonged period of time. So, okay, guys, I'll see you next time, and I'll leave the link for that video in the description. And if you are watching me on LinkedIn, I'll do the same over there as well. So you can go on to the link in the description.